Okay, so I'm going to make this video for you so that you can see what happens when I go into my Outschool platform and some of the things that I do and some of the things that I use for that. So when you go into Outschool, you will always use Zoom as your platform. Right now, I'm using my private Zoom room, and that is really helpful for me. I do a lot of advertising of consultation and coaching within some of the different companies that I work for. So once you get hooked with Outschool, or once you get hooked with VIP Kid, or some of those other GoGo Kids, some of those other online teaching platforms, they will offer you referral incentives that if you coach people and get them in and they start to generate money in classes, then you will get a bonus for that. And so Zoom is really easy for me to use. And since I'm already using it with Outschool, when you do your free account, it gives you like a generic address. And so you can use that, and then it records the video. With free YouTube, like when you upload your videos to YouTube so that you can pretty much share them in the easiest platform, you're limited to 15 minutes. And there's a counter that shows you on your screen how many minutes you are into the lesson or into the meeting. The other thing with Zoom, the free version, is that you cannot have meetings with multiple people. When you are in Outschool, they pay for Zoom and the premium services of Zoom, so you can decide how many students you want in every single one of your classes. So one of the first things that you do is you fill out your teaching platform and you decide how you're going to sell yourself in your profile. And so my profile has a picture of me and then my name and title. And some people, it literally would just say their name, and then whatever they want their headline to be to grab people's attention, and then just a short biography. And then it allows you to record an intro video. And honestly, mine has been up for so long, I don't even know what it sounds like, but you can look at all of these. Oh, there it is. So that is like the 20-second video that parents will see when they are deciding whether or not to go through your classes. And then you have a platform. It's very simple. You decide what classes you're teaching when, and you make the sections up, and you develop the courses, and you put a price tag to the course. So my original platform, when the earliest days of starting to teach, I had, let's see, this class, Learning to Love Me First, a preteen girl's guide to wellness and self-care, Making It Maniac Readers Out of Boys, Reading on Demand, and I think there was one more than I did, Academic Conversations for the Beginning Reader. And so those were some of my first classes. Now the ones that are in yellow, I haven't finished those. So like I came up with ideas, I started, and then I stopped. And then these little hearts, those are parents that are going through your profile and they want to remember that class. So they'll get some kind of notification when that class is available again. And you'll see this class here, Learning to Love Me First. That is definitely my bestseller, and it is the very first class that I taught. And it's a one-time only class, but I have 4 sessions of it. So what I will tell the girls is that when we start, I will explain to them that if they want this to be a cohort of just their group, that we can continue to develop these skills for 3 more sessions. And I will invite them back to a private cohort with just those girls to go deeper into some of the topics. But otherwise, it's just a one-time class. So when you click into the classes, and you can see this as a parent, so you can do classes for your kids, or you can see this on the teaching side. This is the teaching side here. So you can see my sections that are coming up. And so tomorrow morning I have one. I have 4 girls that are enrolled in it, and I have 5 more spaces available. You can decide how many kids you want to put into that class. And so I have done 7 is my max. I've never had a bigger class than 7, and that was kind of chaotic. It is really hard in a class where people are encouraged to talk and share for that many in that small amount of a time to actually get to share everything. So those are my sections coming up. And then when you click in here to view class listing. So once you decide, okay, what do I want to do? How do I want to teach it? You set up this profile of the actual class. And so there's a video, and here's me, and I talk about the class and what I'm going to be doing. And then you can see that I've had 29 reviews for this class and 109 total reviews, and that 90 kids have actually taken this class. And then you can see I charge $15 a child. It's 50 minutes long, between the ages of 8 and 12. And then it shows these different details. And then this is the description. So you write these descriptions for the class, and it's not very long. If there are any supplies, anything extra, and the parent, well, before they look at that to decide if they want to enroll, you send that to Outschool and they will approve it. And so when you go back to my teach, and you click on classes, and you click add a class, that's literally step by step where you decide what you're going to call the class. Do you want it to be 1 time? Do you want it to be 3 times? Do you want it to be for 6 weeks? The longest I ran a class was 8 weeks, and it was hard to get someone to commit to that. But in the fall, they are very committed to those classes. And sometimes I can get some summer commitments of about 6 weeks, but most of my classes run about 4 weeks. The ABC class that I do, that's for itty bitty kids, I run that like twice a week, and it's random. So you go through this and you decide exactly how you're going to map out the class, and it makes you click on each of these steps before, and then it submits it for you. Once you get approval, it usually takes about 24 hours for those to get approved. Then it'll come back and it lets you schedule the section. So you decide when you want to schedule that section. You decide when you're going to teach it. So first you pick what class. These are all of the different classes that I have created. You decide when you're going to teach it. So maybe I'll add a section of my weekly A to Z, which is my little pre-K class. And then I pick a calendar time. Let's offer it Wednesday. Wednesday mornings are good mornings. How about 11 a.m.? And I hit save. Now, if I had any other classes that were already scheduled, it would not let me do that. Then I make it public and how many kids I want. And it's done. So now this generates, and any of those parents that have the little heart next to the A to Z, it appears. So those are all the sections. That class I offer a lot, 3 to 4 kids, and it's never the same. So spin a wheel, look at an animal, pull it from my ABC book, watch the YouTube video clip, and we just sing and have a good time. So each class is a little bit different. They're tailored to the demands. A lot of times I'll teach a class and then my parents will say, hey, do you offer a class on da 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 da? That gives me an idea. I create the course, so on and so forth. And so that's just a quick list of how you want to do that. Like I said, Outschool, they will take 30% of what you make, and it's a 1099. So it's set up to my PayPal account. So it just goes right in at a week after I've taught the class, or if it is a class that is multiple sections, after the second section, it goes through as a payment. And then it's, it's very, very simple. Everything is recorded. The parents can go back and watch the video. There's a little chat box for parents. Some of them have a little bit of technology problems. A lot of them are, it's a very, very simple platform. So once you get used to it, you'll be able to see, you have a little annotation button, you're able to share your screen, you're able to pull up a whiteboard, and the whiteboard, you can do whatever you need to with it. If I had extra students, so here's I have a little chat where I can type and say hello to my audience. If I have extra students, I can send them into breakout rooms where they can go two-door room here, two-door room here. I can say, all right, we're going to talk about this poem. First, I want you to talk about it with a partner. I can assign them all, send them to breakout rooms, and then they can all come back and talk about it. And as you become more comfortable with the platform, you can use those things. But I would say the top priorities are get your teaching profile up there, get a good picture, quick video of yourself, and generate 4 or 5 classes and ideas. You can go onto my profile and read any of mine, and you can also go on to the Facebook page for Outschool teachers. Has a lot of great resources for teachers that are just getting started, ideas for classes, feedback from parents, those types of things. So that's just my quick snapshot of what Outschool can do, and go ahead and shoot me an email if you have any other questions, and let me know what other videos I can show you to help with that. Have a great day.